Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with you. It's Wednesday, I don't know the date, February 17th, and something's in my way that's really annoying, and I hope you're all getting ready to come on with me. I see one person's getting on. While you're getting on, I'm going to find me on my computer so that I can see you. Good morning, Nancy. I'm so glad that you're here. How are you guys doing in the cold? We're now getting it. I can see that Marlene's getting on too. Good morning, Sherry. Let's see. Oh, I can see comments. Yay. Morning, Carrie and Marcia. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm sounding like Romper Room again. Is it always when I first come on, or is it? I haven't felt that in a long time. It's weird. Loving it. Oh man, I bet. Just stay around there. We're starting to get some of your coldness over here. Not nearly as bad. Holy cow. Nancy and Carrie, don't you even live farther, higher? I say higher because like that's, looking at a map, it's higher to me. Farther north in Wisconsin, is it worse for you? Both Carrie and Nancy are from Wisconsin, and they've had the negatives 20 to 40 below. I don't know if it's gotten any worse. That just sounds horrible. I just stay inside. I do need to go out tomorrow though. Tomorrow's my shopping day. But otherwise I just sort of, unless I take the trash out or something, I just stay inside. I have no interest in all that. I need to go out Friday too. I'm going to work at the condo again. We worked there on Saturday for, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. And we found some gems. They were, Dad saved, birthday cards and Father's Day cards, from the kids when they were little, like, little enough so that I was writing what they were saying. They were so fun. And then, you know, scribbling on there. We are tough, dress in layers and stay inside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just doesn't sound good. So we were looking through treasures. It's warmed up considerably. And it probably feels better. It's so funny that it can make such a big difference. Hi, Jamie. Just those 10 degrees, or what is it, 14 degrees, have to do my math. It's amazing, even at that temperature, how it can feel, ooh, suddenly it's warm when it goes up that much. So anyway, we did some work on Saturday, and I made more of a mess than I did any cleanup, but I guess it's all part of the process. But, yeah, anyway, so I'm going there Friday. Hi, Wendy. Hey, did you watch the video? I never checked in with you again. About classes or whatever. Okay, before I move on and completely forget, I'm sure somebody would remind me, but I'm going to go do my randomizer. I have everybody loaded up that liked and shared. Okay, so this randomizer is not yet for the mini boss. That I think is arriving tomorrow, but I'm just going to do it on my live next week. I want it in hand before I do that. Anyway, yes, the -5 daytime is now +7. Oh yeah, yeah. It's crazy how our bodies work, isn't it? Excuse me. Anyway, so this is for my cute little box that I made last week. So I just made one And so I'm just giving away one. So let me find where I started. Okay, so I'm starting my randomizer. And who is it? Oh, Marcia Hill won. Yay! Okay. Sorry, my eyes are being weird. So congratulations, Marcia. Oh, I better write you down. Marcia Hill. Strawberry. I still have everything here that I still have to give away. Well, part of it is because the boxes that you kind of need to pick up. So next time that I see you. So Marcia, are you coming to see me soon? Is she even on? I thought she was on. Suddenly my mind just, yay! My mind just does not work normal yet. I'm getting good sleep though. Nights before Facebook Lives, that's not a good time to check in with me if I'm getting enough sleep, because it didn't. Okay, good. Glad you did, Wendy. It's just, yeah, my head's just can't do things. Okay, so before I go on, I want to share with you, because I didn't really share last week. Well, I always share that I want you to be on my team. There's definitely chocolate involved. I don't remember what I put in it, though. Did I put Lindt chocolates in? Just a sec, I have it right here. It's kind of a tight fit with the sleeve. I think I did 3 kinds of Lindt. I can't get it. I don't want to break it. Yep, that's what's in there, is Lindt chocolate. Okay, so I always tell you that I want you to join my team. I would love to have you on my team. We have lots of fun. And we hadn't been meeting for a while, between my sickness and then Dad being in the hospital. And literally, when we had our meeting, finally had it last Thursday. Normally it's the first Thursday of the month. Well, actually I have 2. Excuse me. I have a meeting where we do stamping and training and recognition and stuff like that. That's my first Thursday. But then usually my 3rd Thursday, which is tomorrow, we also have a team stamping night. So whatever project that you're working on, you can come and do it at my house, and we can be together and hang out and support each other and gab and, you know, all that. But anyway, I hadn't had anything with them since sometime in November. I know I met with them in November. It was either right before or right after On Stage at Home. But then the beginning of the month got canceled because I was sick, and then I kept postponing it, and then Dad, and so I had 3 months of recognition that I had to do, squeeze all in, last week. So anyway, I want you on my team is the whole point. We get together, we have fun together. And right now, Stampin' Up! Has an amazing offer, and I'm distracted by gorgeous designer paper, so just a sec. Stampin' Up! Has an amazing offer. The starter kit's always an awesome offer because it's between not being charged shipping and then extra product that you get that you're not paying for. You pay $99 plus tax, no shipping, but you get $125 of product. So between that and between no shipping, you save 30% on your kit, which is awesome if you love deals. I always love deals. But there's so many reasons to sign up, which obviously is like community and funding your habit, you know, discount on your products, that sort of thing. And Stampin' Up! Sweetened the deal. And okay, so this is just the most current in colors. There's another color. suddenly it looked like 6 colors, but there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I couldn't count. Stampin' Up! Sweetened the deal. Hi, Kathy. And when you join during celebration, so you have, I'm sorry, I was here. Hi, Dina. When you join during celebration, which you have like a week and a half left or something like that, the 28th, you get 5 packs of designer paper. So this is new styles, new designs that will be in the next catalog, the 2021/2022 annual catalog. You get 5 packs. Now you don't get 6. Originally, some of our flyers or brochures said that you got 6, but you don't get 6 because the 6th color combination would be the new in colors that start in the next catalog, and they're not showing you those yet. So anyway, you get 5 packs of the designer paper, 5 stacks of it. So you end up with the product that you get, you're saving half of your money with all that you get. So that's an awesome deal to join my team. We have a Facebook group, we have a VIP Stamper of the Month, and it's just awesome to be any part of Stampin' Up! I love it. So let me know if you are wanting to join my team. So today I'm going to show you 3 different celebration items or sets. I almost made it 4, but then I changed my mind. But I'm doing 2 projects. So the first one that I'm going to do, I just opened this. I saw this idea in general on Stage at Home. And so I'm using this Corner Bouquet stamp set. And then also, this was actually the first one. I love fonts. I love pretty fonts. This was the first one that, oops, it is so bright in here. There's a glare trying to show you this. But I'm not complaining, mind you. I like the sunshine. But this is the first one that caught my eye. I just love those pretty fonts. So it's, we're in this together. I can't promise to always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone. Sorry for your loss. I don't know what I would do without you. Wishing I could heal your heart. And thank you. So that I don't know what I would do without you is probably with thank you. But anyway, so I'm using both of those. It's a really simple design, but it's very awesome. So I'm going to do my thing here. Oh man, all these things that I have to keep relearning is amazing. One day, this is a while ago now, but first of all, I have a laundry angel. Todd is so helpful with the laundry. Whether he goes down and switches it, he brings it down every. We do laundry Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He brings it down every time, and if I have it started, he'll go and switch it, and then he'll switch it again, and then he'll bring it up, and he often folds it. He's amazing. I have a keeper. But anyway, so that I'm sure is part of it, but also when we were at Dad's so long, we were doing all the laundry, and lots of laundry actually, between ours and his and sheets and, you know, just different stuff. And the first time that I went to do laundry, I looked at my washing machine like, how does this work again? So I had to give Todd an extra thank you that, you know, he's part of why I don't quite know how my washing machine works. Anyway, have to learn new stuff or remember things. So I have to do my wand here. I'm going to on backwards you, upside down you. And here we go. Okay, so what I'm doing Where did my pieces go? I lost them. Oh, they're there. Okay. Matt has been doing that for me. Oh, laundry and shopping. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so I just have a white card base here that you probably can't see because of my because of my white here and because of the, so much sunshine. Oops, I lost my computer. Okay, now it's good. All right, so I'm attaching these and I'm going to put, this is going to seem silly, but I'm putting quite a bit of adhesive on here. I'll tell you why in a minute. So I'm doing the whole outside here. I want the edges to stay down. I mean, that's the obvious reason, but there's more to it than that. So these colors, if you don't recognize them, are in the paper Blooms designer paper. So this is, I'm switching my colors up a bit. So this is Rococo Rose. That's one of the, that's the older set of in colors. This is Seaside Spray. That also is from the older in colors. And then this is Soft Seafoam, which that's a core color. So these are all in that, I should show it to you. I don't know where I have it. I hid it from myself. You'll see some of the designs in a minute. But anyway, so they're in that pack of designer paper that's a free item. Oh, I guess I am using 4 celebration items, just not 4 stamp sets. Okay, and just so you know, in case you're interested in this type of design, these are 4 inches wide. This is the normal size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So these are 4 inches wide, and these each are, or I guess long would be correct for the pieces. 4 inches long, 1 3/4 inches wide for each of these pieces. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm taking this great big stamp and I'm using VersaMark. And you want to make sure, I didn't add more to this, but it was okay last night or this morning, whatever you want to call it. I didn't do this, but if you're going to do this technique, you're going to want to make sure that your VersaMark is inked well. If you have a problem with the next step, it might be because you don't have enough ink on your VersaMark. Hi, Terry. That's funny. Yeah, it's work is a necessary evil, isn't it? Okay, so if you aren't familiar with VersaMark, it's a completely clear ink, though you can't tell by my ink pad because it's dingy. That happens with when your stamps are dirty or when you get embossing powder on it. Anyway, it's a completely clear ink, and it is embossable, heat embossable. So I'm going to show you this really quick. So it's a clear ink, so it goes across whatever color it is that you have. Now I'm going to put clear embossing powder on it. This is an amazing way to do heat embossing, is just clear on colored cardstock. It just makes the color pop. I love it. Okay, now this is not something that we sell anymore. We used to sell it. I have another one that's not a Stampin' Up! One. I got it from Michael's almost 20 years ago. Back then, it was like $5. I have no idea what it costs right now. It might be $6 or $7. I don't know. But it's awesome for powders that you might be working with, glitter, This is embossing powder, so I'm just flicking off. I got extra ink here somehow, or powder anyway. Thank you for sharing already. I saw that Dina did too. Thank you. Anyway, what's so awesome about these little trays is I think the Michaels one does not come with a little plug in it, but Stampin' Up's did. Anyway, you do it in the tray and then you can pour it out. Now you can do the same with how I first learned it, was just folding a piece of paper in half and doing on the paper, and then you can sort of pick up the paper and collect it in the crease and then pour it out. But if you have something like this, especially if you do it a lot, this is amazing. Okay, so I put the, thank you, Marcia. So I put the embossing powder on here, which you barely can see. And I switched this up. I'm not going to emboss this right now. It's loud and I didn't want to do extra. And so, oh, I can't show you this yet. All right, well, we're going to take a chance that I don't mess things up. And I'm going to stamp on here because I don't want to show you the end product yet, but I have my other cards completely done. So I'm going to stamp thank you on here. I just have to not touch this powder because until you heat it, it is just powder that you can flick off. Ah, so pretty. I love that font so much. Okay. So here's my card. I forgot it's hard to see these colors in this light. All right. And here's my finished card. I actually flipped the colors because of the soft seafoam being so light. So here is my card. Oh, you still can't see it well, even with the embossing. I'll see if I can get it close. I love how, I'm going to show you the difference. Pay attention to the blue because that's the one that you can see the best. So once the, do I have any? Once the, I need to stamp it normal on here, just a sec. I'm going to show you, you can totally, oops, I did that backwards. You totally can't see it once the powder's on it before it's heated. So I want to show you what it looks like just regular. Okay, so I stamped this corner with the flower, and now you can see a flower right next to it. So that's what it looks like with the clear heat embossing on it. And I don't know if you can see these because I can't see them on the camera. But I have some elegant, oh, what did I got? Elegant faceted gems, yes. These are elegant faceted gems. There's like a blushing bride, maybe? I'm not sure what color this is supposed to be. And then clear and white or something like that. Anyway, so I have the clear ones on here. And I don't know if you can tell. I can't tell. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I hope you can see it. I'll have to show you again when I have my camera up. Okay, so I used 2 celebration stamp sets already. Celebration ends on the 28th. I do have a host code right now for if you spend $60, you get a free gift from me. And now I'm going to move on to my next project. So this one, okay, I'm getting these stamp sets out of the way. Sorry, I have to talk myself through these. I'm doing that all the time because keep myself on track. That's what's needed to do that. Okay, so this is Rococo Rose. I used that on the last card too. And this is going to be a fun fold card. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is a goofy shape. It is 11.5 inches long, but it's 5.5 inches wide. So I have a strip here. It kind of annoys me to do this to my cardstock, but I have a strip that's just saved for scrap. But anyway, so I have 11 inches by 5.5 inches. So when I went to score this, I started with, I scored it at 4 1/4, and then 6 3/4, and then 9 1/4. Actually, what I did, well, I don't want to confuse you. I used my last score line to figure out these last two. I didn't actually pull out the bar to see the extension. Anyway, so I scored it like this, and the first thing that I want to do is fold it at the 4 1/4 line, so there's no confusion which way it is that I'm trying to have things go. So, and for this, I definitely want to crease this well with my bone folder so that it sort of stays where I want it to. Then the next one goes backwards. And then the next one goes forward. Okay. I have a group that I meet with once a month on Zoom. One of my friends did this design. Okay, so this is oh, I forgot. I'm upright with you. I recently had a Zoom and it wasn't upright. Zooms, I couldn't do it right or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I have this flap here, and then I have this, which actually I'm going to close together. It's going to stay closed. I just have to find my tear and tape. Oh, here it is. Covering things up with ink pads. Okay, so I'm going to put my tear and tape down. I probably could use Snail Plus. No, Seal Plus. Told you I'm still having to get back into things. Seal Plus is the stronger of the two adhesive cartridges that we sell. Anytime that I'm folding something onto itself, it needs extra help to stay because it wants to go back to its original flat position. Okay, so now I have my single flap here. This is a double folded over, and then here's my inside of my card. So, I don't know what this is called. It's a fun fold. I don't know if there's a name for it. So I'm going to show you, oh yeah, my next step is I'm going to use my Mini Boss. It's amazing. First of all, I love that it's so light. Let's see if I can, I guess I do need to put it in here still. Okay, so with dies, the way that this is made is you only use the number 1 plate and your 2 number 2 plates. This is made specifically for dies, okay? So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to, there are two, where'd they go? 2 dies that I want to use that are from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Again, I did a bad color choice for showing you this. Okay, so I have this tiny little, I should show you this here first. This tiny little, it's actually a stitched, scalloped rectangle. And then I'm going to do a bigger one also. Both of these are in white. You can't see it well, but you'll be able to see how quick and easy this mini boss is. So in case you did not watch last week, oh, here's my other plate. You have a chance to win one of these. You have to do two things. First of all, let me do this quick. It runs through here so fast. I love it. And it's so light. I just love this so much. Okay, so regular size embossing folders will not fit. Only the skinny little ones will fit. But this is something that you can choose for a half off item. If you are a hostess or have your own $450 in sales, you can choose this as a half off item. You cannot do that with the full size one. But anyway, now I don't need to, now I can still talk while I'm doing this. Okay, so if you would like to be entered into a drawing for one of these, I have one on the way. I think it will be here tomorrow. I will be doing a drawing next week. You have to do two things. One, you have to comment on this post or last week's post. I guess I'll look at both of them. And two, well, what you have to comment on this post is your favorite item in the celebration catalog or the mini catalog that we have right now. So you have to tell me your favorite item, and you have to use the hashtag. For those of you who are old and don't know what hashtagging is, have you seen that commercial that says, "Was I hashtagging?" I laughed so hard at that. Okay, hashtag free mini boss is what you need to put in your post that has your comment of what your favorite item. Excuse me. Just a sec. Now, if you are another demonstrator that is not on my team, you're not eligible. But otherwise, feel free. Okay, so I have my my two stitched scallop rectangles here, and I'm going to use Darling Donkey because I didn't use it last week and I need to. So here's the thing. I am coloring this, but because of what I'm doing with this, I'm not using Stampin' Blends. I haven't colored with non-Stampin' Blends in forever. So I'm inking this guy up, and I want him over here. Ah, he's so cute. I love his ears. Okay. And I'm also going to, while I'm at this, I'm going to stamp. This says, "You're the best." So I'm going to put it right here. So cute. Oh, you can't even see that. It's too tiny. I love the donkeys too. So I had to demo something for you. All right, so what I'm using is I have both sets of watercolor pencils. This is the older set. I think this is 12 or 16 and 12 or something around that. So they are actual, they're watercolor pencils and they're actual Stampin' Up! Colors. I'm just going with fairly boring colors because I have this donkey that I'm doing. So I'm using Fleur de Flamingo. Whenever I use watercolor pencils, I always use a blender pen. Thank you for liking and sharing, Marlene. Blender pens, I don't know what it is, but it's a clear ink that you can blend colors with. You can use it with your your ink pads, using it like a palette with your ink pads, and you can blend your color in. So it sort of looks like a paintbrush, but not exactly. Now, whenever I use this, because I'm using the blender pen, I don't color very well. I just get color on there and intend to blend it later. So this is my, this is basic gray. And I'm just kind of putting color down that I'm planning to blend in with my blender pen. So I don't worry about getting all the way to the edges. Sometimes I just do circles. Sometimes right now I'm just kind of scribbling some color on here. Did I ever tell you one of the reasons probably that I don't really enjoy coloring? Well, it's just it's a time thing more for me. But I recalled within the past few years, so that was basic gray. This is basic black. I recalled within the past few years that when I was in kindergarten, I actually got a frown face on a coloring page, because I had this, I've always hated great big areas to color, and obviously I didn't like it even in kindergarten. I remember I had this great big tree that I had to color, and so I was coloring this way and coloring this way and every which way. It honestly looked horrible. I still can picture it, but I got a frowny face on it. So that could be why I don't like to color. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down a little bit. That's better. Now I'm going to have problems when I put it back up. All right, so when I use the blender pen, I always just sort of do it in a circular motion, and I just kind of even out all the color however I want it to look. When I'm going to switch color, I just run it off clear on my scrap paper and move on. So I'm starting with, it just makes sense to start with your lightest color first and then move to your darker colors. So then if you happen to have any ink still left, well, color I guess I should say, still left on the blender pen, it won't hurt the next color, or at least not as much. I did add a little bit of black to that little line that he has. So I'm just evening this color out a little bit. All right, then we'll get his tail, his hooves, and then I did his tousled hair up here. Can you see him? Ah, he's so cute. All right, and then now I totally need to run it off clear because I have my darkest color. So even though, I don't know if you can see it, even though it's stained, it's okay. I have no more color. I ran it off so that it was clear, so I'm all good. All right. Now I'm going to put my card together. Oh, first I want to do, I got to find it. So I have this circle of, I already ran this through the mini boss. I have this circle because I don't have a punch this size anymore. It's the second smallest circle from the layering circles, and I want Hey There Friend. So I'm going to ink this up, and I want it a little bit high on my circle. Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do now that I have these pieces ready, now I'm really close. I'm having a hard time staying in camera. That is a really pretty sweet Excuse me, sorry, struggling. All right, so here is the some of the designer papers from the Paper Blooms designer paper. So these are what I'm using. So what I want to do, the first thing that I want to do is start covering all my flaps. And so I'm going to, I actually want tear and tape on this particular one. You'll see why in a second. So I'm going to do this whole strip here. I'm going to do one in the middle too even. Okay. It is really pretty paper. I love these colors together. So I'm going to take this off. Struggling. Okay. So I want this on on this panel on the front here, but I also want, I should put a little bit on here and it will help. I also want my donkey on the front here. You love what one also? You said you love the paper, then you love what one also? Oh, you mean the Love You Always suite that Dina mentioned? Okay, so I want it to be like this. So I'm going to sort of set it here where I want it to be. And then, oops, let go. I'm going to place this on top of it. So my front, oops, stay in the camera. So my front is this flap with my cute little donkey. Okay? So now I'm going to cover my next two. So the next one I want it to be this one. Make sure I get my corners here. I think I missed it. So my panels are, these two are 1.5 by 5 1/4. I'll give you dimensions later. I'll put that in the words that are part of the post for this video. Then I want this paper. So this one is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I've been dying to use these big old dots. I love them. But they're so big that you kind of can't use them for everything. You have to have a big enough piece so that you can see it well. Now it came off. Okay, so this one's going here. So these two are the same size. Okay. Now remember I stamped this, "You're the best." So I'm going to put a couple tiny little pieces of tear and tape on here because it's going to be hanging out there all by itself. Take this off. All right, so I just want to make sure that I'm behind my donkey in the front. So here's my layers so far. So I have my donkey here. You're the best. All right. Oh, and I stamped this part, but I didn't put it on the front. I want dimensionals. They look like donuts. That's funny. I didn't notice that they looked like donuts, but that's surprising because I love donuts. All right, so here's my front. You're the best. And then I have one more part that I colored. I didn't want to do lots of coloring on here with you. So here's the other donkey, or one of the other donkeys. I used the same colors, but I did add Old Olive here on the flower. And then I used just a regular marker of Rococo Rose for the rose because I wanted it to coordinate. And there's no Rococo Rose watercolor pencils. So I'm going to put this down. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to put this down. Trying to decide if I wanted it right on the edge or if I wanted to bring it in. Okay, so here's my inside. Now, I could have used one more celebration item. I know that there's a happy birthday set, but I didn't want to use that. So I just use Itty Bitty Birthdays. All right, so here's my card. Oops. You're the best. Happy birthday. Lots of designer paper in here. Lots of layers. Okay, I'm all done. Now I gotta try to get you guys back up again. So I'm gonna upside down you, put you backwards, and I need to lift this somewhat. Sorry. Oh, must have messed with my hair. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you love the card. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, I gotta cover my ink. One moment, please. All right. So, oh, I gotta get not in bright sunlight. Where's the best way? All right, so here's my, hey there, friend. You're the best. Happy birthday. I love these donkeys. Okay, and let's see if you can see this one better. Can you see this better with the camera up? I'm trying to get not in sunlight. Oh, just realized I'm putting stuff on my embossing powder. All right. So there we go. So I used colors from that, from that designer paper. All right. Do I have anything more that I have to tell you? I can't think of anything. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really struggling with my getting to my stamping stuff. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I've been trying to go to bed at a good time, and then that didn't work at all last night. I think maybe every time before the night before I have a Facebook Live, thank you, is always going to be a struggle. But I struggle with getting back to stamping and feeling creative and whatever. I have so many things that I need to do, and it's just, I did clean up in here. You can't tell it by what's next to me, but it's better. Okay, so remember, for a chance at the 2 cards that I made today, make sure that you share this video and then tell me that you shared it. And you still have, I won't be doing my randomizer for the mini boss until next week, so you still have a week to comment with your favorite either celebration or Dina, you just keep your mouth shut. She was giving me a hard time when she was here. Comment with your favorite either celebration or mini catalog item, and you have to use the hashtag #FreeMiniBoss. Is that right? Yeah, #FreeMiniBoss. So hashtag is the # for us older people. If you don't hashtag. That's all that I have, I think. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine, even though it's cold. And I will see you again in a week. So have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.